Hey guys, welcome to T&E Podcast. I'm your host Trent, and I'm here with my co-host Eli. Today we are going to be talking about a movie review. Eli, what movie are we to be reviewing?
We're going to be reviewing Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. Me and Trent went to go see this 2 days ago on Wednesday, July 12th, and
Yep,
we saw it with our girlfriends.
yep.
And yeah, let's just hop into the review, bringing it to you guys a little early this time.
Let's get it. So this movie is about almost 3 hours long, but I felt like I was so locked into this movie from the jump, bro. I felt like the action scenes. I felt like Tom Cruise killed it. It had a stacked cast, bro. I feel like everything, like where we went, it didn't feel like dragged out in the movie. It felt like we were just still like going from one point to a next point to a next point, and it all made sense. And you see, like these with these longer movies, that you kind of get distracted. Like I got distracted in Indiana Jones, like how like I was like, what are we doing? But like in Mission Impossible, like it made sense. I don't know how you felt about it because we saw the last one together, the last Mission Impossible, and I still feel the same way. And it was still a good movie.
Yeah, so little story for me and Trent, our experience with these Mission Impossible movies. We I've seen all of them, but more like because this is like the eighth one or something like that. The eighth one, I believe. Yeah, and I've seen all of them, but they were more movies that I put on like in the background when I was younger, when I was doing homework or just chilling. And I remember them being good. Like they were good, but they were just like they were like 7 out of 10s. Just like you just put them on in the background. You see Tom Cruise do some cool stuff, but when a couple years ago, they made a new Mission Impossible, and what was that one called?
I don't know, dude, but I was at
Oh,
your
Fallout.
house.
Sorry, it was called Fallout. It was called Mission Impossible Fallout, and I was really excited because it had Henry Cavill in it, and it looked awesome. And I was like, oh my gosh, this movie looks really cool. Like, let's go see it, Trent. Like, these movies are good, but we've never really like we don't really pay attention to like this universe. So before going into the movie, we just saw it like matinee one day. We're just like, screw it, let's go see it. And we put on a little video that told us a little summary about what the other movies are about and stuff. And we went into this movie kind of like expecting like maybe like a 7 out of 10, movie, right? Like we weren't expecting
Yeah,
a lot. Oh my
yeah,
gosh, Mission Impossible Fallout, which was the last movie, that movie is amazing. And we were so blown away. And when we heard that the next one, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, this movie was coming out, we were actually hype for this movie. We are ready. And
yeah,
going into this movie, we expected big things, and man, they delivered. Like you said, this movie was really long, but once you got going, it didn't feel like it. Like you were locked in, like Trent said.
yeah,
And like you said, I feel like they got everything right. The story flowed so good. I mean, the action was just incredible. This man Tom Cruise is insane that he does basically all of his own stunts. I mean, you could just see it. Like he is amazing, and the story was amazing. They brought back a villain from like the first or second movie, and he was cool. He was a good villain, and everything
yeah.
was just awesome again with this movie. I mean, I thought they killed it.
I agree. I agree, and I think that movie. I think a lot of people need to go see this movie. We saw what Top Gun did last summer with how much money it made, and I feel like everyone needs to go see this one. Tom Cruise does put on a great performance. Um, his scenes where he jumps off the mountain, drops the bike, and I don't know, and then the chemistry with the girl that plays Peggy Carter. I forget her name in real life, but like the chemistry between them two was like really good too. Once she stopped running around,
Yeah,
running away from
yeah.
him, but you definitely it's a must see if you guys want to go see a movie. Definitely see this before you go see Barbie. You know what I'm saying? Um, but I would just say like this movie was definitely an A, and we're gonna keep coming to you guys with this movie reviews, and then at the end of the year, we're gonna take all our movies, Eli. hear me out. We're gonna take them and we're gonna rank them how we rate our T&E rating, and we're gonna give you guys the rankings, bro. How do you like that?
I like that. We'll do that for you guys too.
So, what are you gonna give this movie, Eli, an official rating, bro? We need to give our ratings,
All right. Well, this movie was amazing. You go first. You're the T in this little T and E score.
bro. I gave it a 9.6.
A 9.6 out of 10 from your T score. Yeah, I mean this movie deserves it. The cast is stacked. Everyone kills it. The action is incredible. The story is a little complicated at first, but then you get into it and it's just flowing and you're fully invested when you're watching this movie. And I feel like that's something that an action movie needs to do. It needs to fully make sure it has your full attention in every scene. And bro, I don't know about you, but I was uncomfortable during like my anxiety was going through the roof when they were going through those action scenes, like
Yeah, yeah.
I was like I was like, damn, this is awesome. But yeah, this movie is really enjoyable. If you're looking for a summer action movie, it's perfect. And Trent gave it a 9.6 out of 10 with his T score. I'm gonna give it a 9.5 out of 10. I'm right there with him. I love this movie and I would go see it again. Even though it's so long, I would go see it again.
100%. So, since you're gonna
So
have a combined score,
yeah, so our the T score is a 9.6, the E score is a 9.5, so our T and E score for this movie is a certified 9.55 score.
I like it. I like
That's
it.
I think that's a really good rating for this movie. I think it deserves it, and I can't wait for part two.
I agree. And I just want to give you guys some insight. Our movie reviews are still going to be coming, Eli. And I got a question for you, bro. What are your top five movies that you're most anticipating coming out this year?
Well, I think the next movie that I'm really excited to see is Oppenheimer.
It's Cat, bro. You want to see Barbie? The next one.
I want to see both, all right? I'm not excited for Barbie. Like, I'm not like, oh my gosh, I'm counting down the days for Barbie to come out. No, it's just a movie that I want to see, and I hope it's good.
Yeah.
Because it has some people that I like in it, and it's getting all this hype. But the one I'm really excited for is next is Oppenheimer because that's a stacked cast directed by Christopher Nolan, who's my favorite director of all time, and he's the MJ of directing. I think he's better than Tarantino. So.
You
Um,
said it. It's out there now.
I'm not afraid to say that he is. No one's better than Tarantino. Um, but yeah, I'm really excited for Oppenheimer. What's another movie you're excited for?
So I have Oppenheimer on my list. I have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, produced by Seth Rogen. I think that movie is just going to be a refreshing. I know we've seen so many Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies coming out, but I'm still living in the little kid age, and the animation looks good, the trailer looks good, and I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, they're switching up the story a little bit. They're making them teenagers, and it's animated, and it has a great voice cast. And I'm super excited for that movie too. I think it's going to be great.
Yeah. Well, what's your next one?
Well, another movie that I'm excited about this year is Dune 2. So
Okay.
the first Dune was absolutely incredible. It blew me away. I wasn't expecting it to be that good. My mom has been reading the books actually, which were written a long time ago and they're kind of confusing to read. So props to her, but she's told me a little bit and I'm super excited, man. They got another stacked cast in this movie. Like they got everyone working. So yeah, Dune 2 is another movie I'm excited for.
My next movie, I got Blue Beetle. I think you gotta kind of be skeptical about DC movies coming out, but you know, I'm excited, man, because they're saying Blue Beetle's gonna be the first one in this new James Gunn universe, and they're gonna keep him around. So we'll see how this incorporates in the next universe and how this goes. And Blue Beetle, the suit looks cool, the trailers look cool, so I'm really hoping it's a good movie.
Yeah, and it looks pretty good. I could see how it could be bad, but I love the character Blue Beetle, so I'm really hoping that one's good because I want him to stay around. Um, I would say another movie that I'm excited about this year is Five Nights at Freddy's. Um,
I
I'm
know you're.
really into like the lore and stuff. I know you're not really into that, but I don't think it's gonna be like a 10 out of 10 movie. I think it's gonna be like a 7 out of 10 movie, but I'm excited to see it, you know. I'm excited to see if they make a good Five Nights at Freddy's movie. That's what I'm excited to see.
Okay, okay. My next two movies, bro. I got Craven the Hunter. I think that's a villain that they're trying to set up to use him in the universe
Yeah.
coming up in future projects. That trailer looks absolutely insane. Um, he's like so bloody and he like rips off this guy's nose and everything. I was like, Jesus. And he's played by Pietro from Age of Ultron. And then my next movie, I got the new Hunger Games movie coming out. It's a prequel with Snow, and that movie looks incredible
Yes.
as well.
Yes, I can't wait for that either. Two more good movies right there. Yeah, I think that's it.
All right. So thank you guys for listening. As always, please leave a like, subscribe, and turn your post noties on, as Eli and I really appreciate it.
All right. Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you next time.
Peace.